Welcome back, Vagabonds! Welcome back to the vlog, and welcome to part 2 of our subfloor installation. In this follow-up episode, we complete our subfloor, build our wheel well boxes, and start our framing. If you haven't seen part 1 of our subfloor install, click on the link above to get caught up. To support our efforts, just hit the subscribe button. Click on the bell to get notified when we upload new videos. Or you can shop our store at www.vagabondendgroup.store. Thanks for watching. And on to the bus where we come into the installation. Installation. There's Scott.
It's me!
What did we do today?
I cut and put down the floor.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Subfloor, check. Also on the subfloor, I did this. I did the baseboard framing, and then there's like a gap between the wall where we're going to be able to get 2-inch insulation in here. But I went ahead and added a 1-inch strip of insulation here between the metal and the baseboard frame. Alright, Vagabonds, you can see behind me and all around me that the subfloor is basically completed. I've gone ahead and done some baseboard framing and moved on to framing these boxes. So this is part 2 of the subfloor that we put out part 1. You can look here at this video to see part 1 if you missed it. But if you didn't, welcome to part 2. I'm basically just doing some measuring and cutting now and trying to get these boxes covered. Just another step in the process, so hang out. We're gonna get this done today. Shock the monkey! Oh my god, what just happened? Oh my god, I just assumed. I assumed it was going to be long enough. If you ever have one of those days where you just can't seem to do anything right, I swear to god I must have screwed up like 5 or 6 times today, pretty significantly, to like where I just want to punch myself in the face. Like, oh my god. I really hope the rest of this day goes well because I'm starting to get super frustrated. It's kind of one of these things that, like, you know, you want to record so that you can get a video made, but you're so fucking frustrated at everything that's going on around you because of your own stupid mistakes that you just don't want to let anybody know that that's happening. Well, that's fucking happening right now, so I don't care if you know. You should know. You're here with me, and if you're here, well, have some feelings about this for me because this is frustrating shit. I'm just gonna take a little bit of time and clean up a little bit and kind of get my frustrations off my back because it's not doing any good to be frustrated. It seems to be perpetuating the issue. So I'm just gonna take a breather, get my zen back, and clean up the workspace. Maybe having it clean will bring me a little bit of peace in my mind, but like making measurements and cutting it wrong, like thinking you're doing it right and cutting it wrong, and then thinking you're doing it right and cutting it wrong again, that's so aggravating. I feel like a measuring monkey. Actually, I don't even want to demean monkeys that way. I'm sure a monkey can do it better than I can right now. I guess all that matters is that I correct my mistakes and push on. So it is what it is.
Like a bird on a tree.
Alright, took a little bit of break, ate some lunch, I feel better. Let's see if I can get through the rest of this day without wanting to kill myself. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to.
Rambling. Now all I have to do is cut some toppers for these, and we got some wheel well covers. Sweet! Voila! Now, still gotta insulate inside, but the boxes are done. Check. Man, moving right along. I'm so happy to be doing this. Back wheel wells are covered. The back wheel wells are covered. Got my best friend. It's all better now. My baby. Alright, vagabonds. It's the next day. I'm feeling a little bit better. I got a good night's sleep. Hopefully I won't make as many mistakes as I made yesterday and beat myself up as much as I did. Got a lot of work to do finishing the wheel well boxes, insulating them, and getting the front ones done. So it's basically what I'm gonna do today. You can hang out with me and watch if you want. If you don't, piss off. Nah, just kidding, don't piss off. That's kind of like our COPA insurance. I don't want any kids watching these videos. Just because there's a school bus doesn't mean it's for children. And so if you're a kid watching this, piss off. Okay, so now that I've got my box, I'm basically gonna take some of this leftover 1-inch rigid board that we used for the floor, and I'm gonna go around the perimeter of this. And then I'm also gonna use spray foam to get in all the little crevices that this won't get to. And then I'm gonna use the double insulated REFLECTIX on the inside to give the wheel well an actual insulation coat, and then I'm gonna fill in the insulation or the rest of the area with batting insulation. So this thing is gonna be well insulated. All 4 of the wheel well boxes will be super insulated. Probably cut down on a whole bunch of noise that will come through this metal and make the ride a little bit quieter. So yeah. Okay, now that I got my box, I got this extra piece of plywood, and I'm basically gonna just trace out what I need here and then cut it out, and my top will fit perfectly. So I'm just gonna trace my line, get that straight line all the way across. Alright, let's see if this thing fits. Booyah! Perfect. Now all I have to do is finish insulating this with the REFLECTIX and some extra batting, and this thing will be pretty sealed up. So, booyah. I have to say I'm feeling pretty good today. I didn't make very many mistakes, if any at all. Maybe slight mistakes, but nothing like yesterday. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but it's become my new favorite hot drink. It's coffee with turmeric. It's just good. I never would have thought it, but get the opportunity, try it. Jen can't stand it. She thinks it's disgusting. I've also got a little bit of coconut oil in there, cinnamon, and a little bit of honey. So it makes for a really good drink. Super healthy, and I love it. Okay, so we've got some of this REFLECTIX double insulation. So I've got some of this double reflective insulation that I'm going to apply to the inside of each wheel well. This will give us a little bit of sound barrier. It's also going to help with the insulation. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up and slap some in there. I've also got some of the reflective aluminum tape to tape everything down, make sure it's nice and snug. That way, to make sure that it's nice and snug. That way it'll make sure there's no airflow passing in spots where I don't want it to. It'll help with drafts and condensation. So here we go. Okay, so I've got the size that I want. I'm able to just slide it underneath my cross braces here. I'm just gonna get it into place and tuck it in. Screwdriver to tuck it into places that's a tighter spot. Actually goes in there really nicely. Okay, now that I've got it in there, I'm just going to do some trim work and then apply the aluminum tape to seal it all off, and it should be good to go. I'll show you the finished product. It wasn't hard to do at all. I basically like wrapping a Christmas present. I taped it down in certain spots. I'm going to do one more thing to the REFLECTIX to ensure that it doesn't lift. I'm going to go around all the perimeter with spray foam insulation, and make sure that it gets into all the crevices and tucked in there so that there's no air gaps at all. gonna get one more layer of insulation in here, probably some batting, some of the stuff that I saved from the teardown. The good stuff anyway, I saved. There's some of the stuff looked like it was brand new. So I'm just gonna take some of that and layer it in here to complete the insulation process after this great stuff foam insulation sets up. Should be good to go. This should be pretty airtight and insulated fairly well, so I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Guys, I got the 48 inch by 25 inch roll. This stuff is exactly the same size of the wheel wells. I don't know if that's gonna be the same for everybody's bus, but I basically just cut it and stick it and it's perfect. I don't have to do much of any trimming or anything. It just kind of goes right in there. And then with the spray foam going in after it, it definitely holds it into place a lot better. Even though I've got tape in certain spots just to kind of make sure, it's all coming together pretty well with all the stuff that I got. So all in all, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I think it's gonna work really well. Hey Vagabonds, it's the next day. The day after I applied the REFLECTIX insulation and the spray foam insulation. I gotta say, I'm super impressed with the turnout. This is what it looks like. So I know it's a little bright, but really happy with the turnout here. The insulation has really gotten into all of the insulation's gotten into all the crevices. It's filled in nicely. It expanded exactly where I wanted it to. I have no complaints with this method whatsoever. I'm really excited that I even saved some insulation from the teardown, and that's what's going to give me the extra insulation inside. So inside the wheel well, you can see I've applied some insulation already. That's going to make it nice and tight as far as air circulation goes and passing cold through. So from this to this. Alright, well, I think that does it for this episode. We got the insulation in the floor, the subfloor is done, the wheel wells are built and insulated. Next episode is going to consist of wall framing and starting the electric. I've got a certified electrician coming by to kind of look over my shoulder and make sure I'm doing everything right. In the meantime, he'll be bringing his van over, which he just did a sweet little van conversion, and we're going to be taking a look at that nice little tour of his van. So stick around, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the bell to be notified when we do upload the video. So thanks for watching.